Alright, welcome to episode 5.1. Thanks, Rob, for the idea for the naming of this episode, because we're continuing on with Elfie and his amazing MinecraftEdu world, so let us know where we are now.
So this is a world it's called Gravity Lab. So the whole idea here was actually putting the students in a role play where they were scientists, and I'd set up this whole video and hammed it up completely. I'll give you the link to that. Hammed up this acting and got some of the senior kids involved, and we recorded this video and showed the kids it. So basic premise is there were scientists exploring gravity, and they'd just come across the whole concept that the Minecraft gravity isn't real, it's fake. And then someone tried to steal the research and accidentally blew everything up, and so these students are here now to quickly complete the research because the citizens of this world are about to riot, is the basic backstory. So
Alright.
they were sent out to do research. I should open that so that you guys can get through.
Alright.
And my keyboard's locked up now. There we go. So yeah, they'd start in the conference room there and come through here and collect their journal on the way. So this was the first time I'd used the books in Minecraft for the students to record their findings or their data. So they had to collect their journal, and they were using a real life stopwatch. So if we head out to test station 1.
Okay. Test station 1.
And this is where you get to see the teleport of the information block. So if you just stand on one of the information blocks, it gives you the backstory for this particular location and what we're testing. So here we're testing gravel, and we need to do each test 3 times, and there are 3 different heights and things like that. So this didn't work as well as I would have hoped. There were some really funny Minecraft bugs going on where blocks wouldn't fall and things like that, and I couldn't work it out myself. But basically each pair of students had a stopwatch. One student was at the top of the testing tower, which is out here if you want to come and have a look. You might want to put yourself in creative mode so you can fly around.
Alright.
So yeah, one student would stand up the top of the tower. I'm on the shortest tower.
In the shortest tower.
Or can you not see me
No,
again?
you're invisible, but I found.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So you would stand up the top there and throw and place gravel where it says to place gravel.
Right.
And I would stand at the bottom with my stopwatch, and you would, working together, we would go ready, set, go, and you would place it, and I would record how long it took for it to drop. And we'd do that 3 times and record that data, and then we'd do that at each station and try and measure the difference between if there's a difference between sand and gravel, if there's a difference between players and animals, if there's a difference between items like feathers and iron. So that was the stations basically. So there are 6 different research stations where the students had to go and do these similar tests.
Cool.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So how did it go when you did it?
Oh look, it went quite well. The students didn't get anywhere near as much of the testing done as I would have thought or would have liked, probably. I mean, I would have thought they would have got through maybe 3 or 4 of the stations, so 15 to 18 tests, but they didn't. It was really surprising. They sort of got through maybe 2 locations if they were working really quick. So I found that really interesting. So time, it's amazing the time it takes people to do things in a game. Is not necessarily what you would think it would take. So for me in this one, it was really they took a lot longer to do the activity than I thought they would. So these are the citizens.
Yeah.
The really fun thing. You ready for this? If I put, this is how I did all the villages. So where are you? Can you see? You can't see me, but stand still and I'll show you something really cool. Just turn. So with place amount, I found out when I was trying to do place villagers, you can place up to 45 of them at once.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a fun experience, but yeah, it
Not
works.
for them, but
No.
yeah. So that's how I got so many villagers all around without, yeah. So that was just a neat little trick I found as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, the basic idea here is there's 6 locations. Each of them has something different. So this one has a village, so it has gravel, and there's one in a desert, and there's one in where there's a heap of chickens, and one where there's an iron mine, and things like that. So basically the students had to be the scientists, and then they had to go back and report their findings to the Minecraft government and try and explain why Minecraft gravity didn't wasn't real as such. So the discussion around it in the classroom was amazing afterwards about why Minecraft wasn't necessarily following the true rules of gravity as we know them.
Mm.
So
And what restrictions did you put on the students when they came into this world so that they
well,
didn't kind of get off task?
well, if you look straight up,
Yeah.
you'll if you I don't know what your render distance is, but I've got border blocks around up there, so
Yeah.
that students they're way up high in the
Yeah,
sky,
I can
so the
see like a.
students couldn't escape this particular test site. So I've got that at all 6 sites. Um,
Yeah, I see
so
it. Yeah, heading up there.
so that prevented them sort of escaping the site. There were a lot of distractions, I think, with the villagers and the chickens and everything going on. I think there were a lot of distractions. One issue was the climbing of the towers. I think with command blocks now available, I might set this up differently so that you could just click a button down the bottom and end up at the top
Right.
rather than climbing, because of the climbing. I mean, climbing 60 block tower is actually quite time consuming. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is.
so the students found that very frustrating. So that's something I would change next time. I would probably use command blocks if I could remember how to use them
Mm.
or work out how to use them rather than teleport blocks. I like the idea of a command block where you just go right, just click the button and away you go, sort of thing. So
Yeah. So are you going to do it this year, or what's the
yeah,
plans?
look, I will do this activity again this year. I'm teaching Year 7 science again, so I'll probably most likely be doing this activity again later in the year.
Yeah. And you, how many MinecraftEdu student accounts have you got in your school?
Only the 25, because I've
25.
only got it installed on one lab. So we use school accounts. The students don't use personal Minecraft accounts.
Right.
We use the school accounts on our lab. So
Yeah.
one day when and if the premium version or personal version or whatever, I can't remember what it's called now, gets released, the student-centered version that only costs $7, I'll probably be buying that for each student each year, and they can have that and take it home, and then they'll be able to do Minecraft homework, if you will, or just join the world and play, which is my hope. Is that they'll just be able to join the world, play with students from their own class, and start that online, hopefully start that online social learning
Mm-hmm.
sort of stuff.
Yeah. This is the first world I've seen that the students have a set, well, not a set task. We were talking to Alex in Yokohama, and they did a project, but it was all in creative mode, so they pretty much could do anything and get distracted, whatever. But it seems that in MinecraftEdu you've got more kind of tools at your disposal to make sure that the learning that you want to take place is actually happening. That's the difference I see between.
It's really powerful for that. Like I can put in, and you'll see that in the maths world, in this world as well. You can put in real curriculum, and like this world was designed as a game within a game. So the students were playing a game while playing Minecraft, but at the same time they were theoretically learning the how to measure gravity, and trying to reflect on how the gravity information they were gathering from the game was not the same as the gravity information that they'd learnt about for Earth. So I think the idea, for me, the idea behind real curriculum is really powerful in MinecraftEdu, as opposed to, I mean, you can still do the social learning and things like that, which Minecraft is great for. Um, but that real curriculum is more important to me at this stage. Like I'll do the social learning stuff at lunchtime and things like that, but in my classroom I can actually use this as a teaching tool.
Absolutely. And
So
and you do run like do you run after school clubs like a lot of the schools do?
we don't have, it's in Australia, it's not set up the same way. I try and run a lunchtime session for kids to come and play, and I'm talking about collaborating with another school, um, what, 100, 200 k's away or something. So we're talking about collaborating together and having a space where students from both of our schools can join and play. Um, so
Yeah,
it's
that's
just a
the
matter of finding the time. So
yeah, that's the it's kind of what we would like to do is to find like a server place or create a server place where students from all around the world can from kind of a amount of schools that we've got set up can come in and just you know
yeah.
socialize.
So there's a couple in Australia already. One for um, New South Wales / Sydney, and one for Victoria / Melbourne.
Okay.
I don't know if you know Joe Kay or Dean Groom and Massively
Yes.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's that, and there's a Victorian one now as well. So Massively Minecraft, I think, is based in New South Wales, and now there's a Victorian version of that running through Quantum Victoria as well. But they don't use MinecraftEdu. They use Minecraft, and they've got some neat little trick to get through our proxy servers at school. So I need to learn how they did that.
All right, so listen, we'll wrap up episode 5.1, and we'll continue on in episode 5.2 at your next world.
Okay, no worries.
All right.